Pass through everything that is solid. Ooh. Oh, I got all of Salem's history. Sillerin, the home of the judge, was often a temporary jail for prisoners awaiting trial. This custom is certainly in practice here, where the witch trial suspects were held waiting the judgment of Judge Hawthorne. Judge Hawthorne, that's the guy. I think he's the ghost possessing this dude and then giving them supernatural strength to defeat bad guys. And I think by the end of this, Judge Hawthorne's going to turn into a demon if he isn't already a demon. That's my theory. The penalty for witchcraft under English law was always death. No. Gonna make sure I check out this whole upper area before I check anything else. I saw that there was stuff further down in the basement, but I like how we're not even bothering to investigate this death. Like, we don't have a murder weapon, we don't have any of that, he's just dead. Okay, I know, I'm doing it. I am just also looking at other things. Whoa. Wibbled hands.
What the hell happened down here?
It's a good question. Accusing. Judging. Stern.
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
Actually, so that's probably Judge Hawthorne there, right? But also, we can't forget that other ghost that's here. The other ghost, which looks like the little girl who's probably very, very old. She's probably one of the older ghosts that we've seen, who helped us in the very, very beginning here. She's been writing, like, stuff all over the walls that I haven't found at all because it's very difficult to find in this game. But I know she's been doing that, so she also has something going on here. A prison inside of a prison. Ugh. Three more. Oh, it's the girl. Pleading. Imprisoned.
You stood for justice. How is this just?
The bell killer symbol. Who drew this? Extinguished light. Bound. What happened down here? Well, there's this. We're missing one, actually. Yep, sorry. Leave this. I'm missing something. Okay, so this is the investigation radius. So it has to be in here somewhere. It won't let me look at these, but I think these might be something. Oh, there's just a skeleton down here. Like, this should be important information, you know. Skeletons in our walls, so to speak. This is an adult, so that's not the little girl. And this person had some supplies with them, but it looked like almost moonshine, maybe? I don't know. There's something else that, oh, yes. No rest for the wicked. Okay, that's everything. Okay, so what happened down here? he yelled at the girl. And she was like, don't do that. And then this happened, I guess.
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
I thought you stood for justice. How is this just?
The courts are not a place for your murderous whimsy. You are a corrupt heathen. The families of those innocent souls you executed through false accusation of witchcraft will exact their righteous justice tonight.
She accused them.
What is that nonsense you draw?
My mark will burn like a brand in the flesh of this town. If it takes me to the ends of eternity, I will personally make the bell toll for every witch in Salem.
Oh.
Wait. The guy who killed me is Abigail. She might be the bell
It's
tower.
her.
How is that possible? I gotta get out of here and figure out how to track her down.
Damn, okay. So it wasn't the judge. That was surprising. I still think we're gonna see a ghost turn into a demon by the end of this. I'll be disappointed if we don't, to be honest.
Dispatch. Has Rex checked in? He's transporting his suspect.
Oh no, that's where Joy is.
On the radio. He isn't picking up his phone either.
Nope, he hasn't checked in. We'll notify you when he shows.
Copy that.
Oh shit, if Rex is missing, it could be going down right now. Where'd you take Joy, you asshole?
Where would Abigail take Joy? The instrument of death is probably important. Church attic, no. Would it be Judgment House? I don't know this one, that last one. I don't think it would be the church attic. There's already been a death there. The church itself, I don't know. That's from really early in the game. Top floor of the apartment intentionally. That's just where Joy was, though. And that was the church. I guess that was it. Okay, I thought we were trying to figure out where that was going.
Instrument of death, meaning her death, where she was killed. The gallows at the museum.
The museum. That's certainly a grisly sight.
I'm on my way.
Okay. Get to the museum. Please, no demons. No demons. Good. I need to look for more of the, books. The ashes to ashes thing. What? Ah! You thought you could hide from me. And you kind of did. Ah, here's another one. Little alcove here that I missed because I didn't think I could get in here. I need one more. Okay. Aha! Okay, let's look.
Salem wasn't the most exciting place for a couple of rambunctious 13-year-olds. And playing with my friends after school usually required a healthy dose of imagination to spice up the underwhelmingly bleak landscape. To us, Salem's history was just a bunch of creepy stories and tourist attractions. Witches didn't exist, we all knew that. That's why Robbie Barnes was the laughingstock of the entire school. He actually believed that they were real. Looking back, I wish I hadn't teased him so much. Maybe then he'd still be alive. I forget which one of my friends actually came up with a plan to prank Robbie, but it didn't take him long to get us all on board. My job was to find an example of an old spell. It took me all of 15 minutes. And the library had practically every book ever written on the subject. The next step involved the Judgment House. It sat up on the hill, abandoned. Everyone said it was haunted. What made it even creepier were the rumors that Judge Hawthorne burned the remains of accused witches in the house's various fireplaces. And that's where Robbie comes in. We dared him to sneak into the Judgment House in the middle of the night and collect a handful of ashes from each of the fireplaces. Then he'd have to light some candles, sprinkle the ashes, and read the spell. We told him that if done correctly, the spell would supposedly blow out all the candles. If he agreed to do all this and the candles so much as flickered, we would promise to stop making fun of him. We could see that he was scared, but to his credit, he agreed to go through with it. What we didn't tell him was that we had set up a hidden camera to catch all the hilarity on tape. The next day, Robbie didn't come into school. We assumed he had chickened out and was too embarrassed to face the music. Then I heard that Robbie went missing. I felt the chill run down my spine as I retrieved the tape from our hidden camera, pressed play, and fast forward until I saw Robbie. He was doing just as we instructed him to. Then, a shadowy figure crossed in front of the camera. Robbie turned in horror just as the camera cut to static. When the image finally returned, Robbie was gone. And the only sign that anything had happened at all was the now smoldering fireplace over in the corner.
Ooh. Actually makes me want to go and check out that fireplace again. I don't think there'll be anything there, but I want to see it. Just to see if I can find human remains. And I can't see anything particular. Yeah, I didn't think I would see anything, just, you know. It wouldn't be very clear anyway. Alright, let's see if we'll be able to leave now. I like how he didn't even tell anything about being a ghost to Baxter. He's just, like, meant to figure it out on his own now. Go run your undead arse over to the lady and hope she doesn't die. Well. It's kind of surprising a house like that is staying abandoned. Like, if this is like a historical town, like, that's just another money-making feature of them, you know? Turn into a big old money maker. An extension of the museum, practically. Okay, so that was not the final area, but it looks like the museum is going to be the final area. Let's go see. Oh, make it possible to return to Salem. Do you want to continue? Yeah. So this is the final thing. It's the final countdown.
No one deserves to be murdered. And when the psycho trying to kill someone pretends there's some grand justice behind it, that just makes it all the more twisted.
Oof. There's a lot more of that than what there used to be. Yeah, let's just... Whoa.
Joy!
Oh, it's Rex.
Another step.
She's possessed Rex. Rex has been the killer the whole time, the body she's been using?
Does. For 300 years, we have executed the witches who corrupt our fair city.
Down there. Let's go.
Those who try to mask their demonic contract and leverage powers they should never possess.
Just like you have.
Don't you dare compare me to her!
Easy, easy.
Put your hands up!
Help!
Don't do anything stupid.
Hands up! Stop what you're doing. Hands up! Do it now!
Abigail, stop!
Rex, you piece of shit. What are you doing? Not now.
She was summoning the little... that, whatever that is.
Getting closer to the truth.
Ronan, do something!
Hold tight, kid. I'm on my way.
What do we do? Partnership. No. What can stop Abigail?
Joy!
Whoops. Okay. So...
Joy!
Ronan, help!
Not another step.
No, not you, Rex.
This has nothing to do with her.
Can we
Abigail.
skip this?
But it does. For 3
Do I have to go through this again? Oh, shoot. Partnership is not it. Witnesses others. Hiding witness. Joy's verse. Powerful scream.
It's over, Abigail.
What am I doing?
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
You scourge of Salem. It is time to pay for your sins!
This can't be happening. You want to use memories against me? Two can play at that game.
I know the truth about your death, but I still don't know the truth about mine. Did you use Rex to kill me?
Rex was my most influential. The most respected, the most feared official in town. Of course I did.
Oh. Bruh. That's a bruh moment.
How could Rex have done it? Rose's killer had blue eyes.
I didn't use the same killer for every murder.
That one was Baxter?
Baxter. Why did you kill Baxter?
I eventually kill all the killers I use. Especially the ones who get close to the truth.
Oh, so he was one, but also, you know, not one. Because, duh.
I wasn't close to the truth in the apartment. I wasn't one of your killers. Why did I
What
have
if he
to
was
die?
one of the killers? You were one of the killers. Oh no. You were one of the killers. Oh.
No. I wouldn't. No. No, I wouldn't. How could I?
You didn't know what you were doing, dude. Chill out. Stop her.
You made me kill her. If I'm going out, you're coming with me.
Damn. Oh. She's okay.
We all got a dark side, sometimes obvious, sometimes not.
Not really. She just used you
If
to
we're
kill
lucky,
him.
we keep our dark side hidden. By law, Rex was a killer. The law doesn't always see the truth. Fortunately, Joy did. And she would never press charges. She might even help Rex cover his tracks. One thing's for certain. She's a better person than I was at that age. A kid who deserves forgiveness. She's paid her dues. And committing a few small crimes, searching for your mom, well, even the coldest cops would forgive those.
Mom!
Hasn't been a Bell killer murder since the night Abigail met her final end. But the case never officially closed. But memories fade, time heals. With luck, Salem will move on and find peace.
I actually thought they were gonna
Death
say that
repays debts, my father
Ronan
always said.
killed his wife.
Forever I believe that. But truth be told, this life ain't over until you're honest about what you owe. Set everything right. Settle your debts. Only then can you move on.
Are we moving on? Are we? Hey. So I guess that's that. That's the end of this game. Obviously, because the credits are rolling. But yeah, I thought they were going to point out there, you know, she's possessing different people. I thought things were going to be a little bit different. You saw my theories. I made my many theories quite apparent. But I did think that they were going to say that Ronan killed his wife, but then again, she wasn't considered to be part of the Bell murders, at least from what we saw. So, I guess not. And, there's no reason to blame himself for the fact that, like, he was used as one of the killers. He literally didn't know what he was doing. Same with Baxter as well as Rex. They were just strong men who could do stuff, basically. Although still, supernatural strength. She must be, you know, the one able to do that. Which is kind of interesting because she was the one trying to kill witches, but she had all of these, like, powers after death that most other ghosts didn't seem to possess. You know, like calling up grabby hands to kill people. And the whole thing where, like, demon or ghosts turn into demons, I liked that aspect, but I thought it could have been explored a bit more, like seeing the process of it happening and then maybe a final boss fight with the demon. But like the demon fighting in this game is not really great. Like, it would be a mix of a lot of quick time events, and that would be about it. And I would probably fail it many times over before I would actually succeed. So I'm happy with the way that it ended and that it wasn't a bunch of quick time events. But I like this concept a lot. I think it could have been done a little bit better, but I like this concept quite a bit. And anyway, I will see you on whatever it is on next play. Bye-bye.